Alright, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back, and today we're going to be going over the best NightWind build for the priest. So this is what NightWind is. Judgment, Holy Flame, Shield of Faith, and Blades of Justice. Now, as you already know, the best thing to do when you're building for any class is you want to build for your accessories first, for defense and survivability build, or pure DPS build. I'm using everything that NightWind has to offer. So I would say for this support build, Necklace of the Golden King means 14 yellows. If you don't know what runes are, it's going to be down in my description box. But Necklace of the Golden King, Royce's Necklace is a good alternative. And these are just for survivability. Now, if you're not going for survivability and you want more DPS, then I would definitely use the Necklace of the Corrupted, because of the fact that you're going to be using certain pieces of gear to complement your NightWind build. So let's go to the next thing, Ring. The Ring of the Serpent. Now realize if you do use the Ring of the Serpent, then that means you're giving up DPS for heals. I mean, if you're going for, like I said, DPS, then use the Ring of the Plague. You're going to have to be putting a lot of DPS to be getting that 1% health back. NightWind doesn't have the ability to heal. There's no Healing Nova, there's no Healing Sphere, and there's no Healing Wave. But there is Judgment. So you have 1.5% Judgment, if I'm not mistaken. And you also have 2% with the Ring of the Serpent God. That'll give you 3.5%. Okay, now we're going to be going over the NightWind build. The Protection of Demia Staff, which basically reduces Judgment Holy cost by 20 to 27%. I just bought one just so you guys can see the difference. And the Staff of Epiphany. Those are both very, very good. Okay, this is Judgment without the Protection of Demia Staff. As you saw, takes about 40% of your holy energy. Now I'm going to equip the Protection of Demia Staff, and you're going to see how much more it saves me. Depending on the roll of your staff, obviously you're going to want to get a max roll. It would take about 30%. So instead of it being like a full 40%, it'll probably do like 30%. When you start stacking multiple uses of Judgment, when you're constantly throwing it up, it adds up. Let's say I need to give out shields, put on Judgment, and I still want energy left over to do some special move sets. I mean, I'm not going to do that with any other staff. I need to give myself a shield. I'm putting Judgment down, and I still have a move left over to do Holy Flame. Now let's switch it up to the old Empire staff. Shields, Judgment, and look, I don't even have enough to do Flame. I have to wait a couple of seconds, of course, but those are the kind of situations why you can justify using that staff. You're always going to be using the Halidom of the Forgotten Knight until they come out with something more relevant, or the health one. You're going to be using the Hat of Desire, or you're going to be using the Hat of Eternity. So let's see, the Hat of Desire reduces Judgment cooldown by 2 seconds. So the cooldown is about 10 seconds, but because of the fact that I have this hat, it's around 8 seconds. Close to 8 seconds. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8. And it's basically up and ready to go. So now I'm going to take off the hat. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. And boom, it's up and available. So you gauge whether that's important to you or not. Personally, 2 seconds on a NightWind, Judgment's already going to be up, but it goes back to what I said before, situational. The robe that you're going to be using is going to be the Robe of Desire, or the Robe of Annihilation, or the Placid Mage's Robe. It reduces Shield of Faith holy energy cost by 17.8%. So this is what it looks like. Halfway through. Now let's take that off. I didn't see that much of a difference, and mine's basically almost a max roll. Leg armor, you actually get 2 choices in NightWind. You can either choose the Placid Mage's leg armor, which increases the Blaze of Justice damage by 10 to 20%, or the leg armor of Eternity, which is why I use. And I highly suggest the leg armor of Eternity, specifically because of the fact of the Shield of Faith cooldown being down to 8.8 seconds. It's much better than on Storm Chaser. The last thing is leg armor of Annihilation. That's just like if you really don't have those, that's your best alternative. The best boots that you're going to be using are going to be the Grand Seer boots. Now gloves, this is where it gets interesting. If you're going for a full NightWind build, which is what I'm doing, Shield of Faith, Placid Mage's gloves. Mainly because of the fact that you're literally being a buff machine. So yeah, that's why, stack this 6.3 max roll if you can, and stack that bad boy with the Staff of Epiphany. 5 plus 6, it's 11.3, attack buff, plus the ring is another 10% buff. It's just nasty. The shoulders, you get two choices. The Grand Seer shoulder guards, or you could use the shoulder guards of Desire, which reduces the Holy Flame energy cost 16 to 21%. It says it stacks 3 times. So that Holy Flame's going to be on the boss for 23 seconds. And here comes the second stack. As you can see, the number on the boss went to 2. And here comes the last one. Boom. 3. So that boss is basically getting that Holy Flame damage up to 3 times. So if you're using the shoulder guards of Desire, then that means you can use the Holy Flame move every 10 seconds quickly without worrying about not having enough holy energy. And that's where those shoulder guards come into effect if you're going to be stacking and building around Holy Flame. The belt, you actually get 2 choices as well. You can either use the Belt of Desire, which basically reduces the Blades of Justice cooldown by 7.5 to 15 seconds. Here goes Blades of Justice. I put it down. Then the cooldown is 30 seconds. So you can pump it out every 15 seconds if you do it right. Alright, so now I'm going to tweak the build a little bit to my liking. I like the Hat of Eternity. I use the Placid Mage's Robe because I can't justify using the Robe of Desire. I am using the Leg Armor of Eternity. I am using the Grand Seer's Boots. I am using the Placid Mage's Gloves. I am not going to use the Shoulder Guards of Desire. Instead, I'm going to use the Grand Seer's Shoulders. And I'm not using Blaze of Justice like that, so I'm using the Belt of Eternity. So I have my runes active for the reds, not the whites. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, feel free to donate towards my stream. If you don't know what that is, go towards my description box. There's a Streamlabs donation link that's going to be existing from now on, and you can donate that way. Make sure you donate through Streamlabs. That way you can add towards the goal. For example, I click and I'll donate through Streamlabs. It's going to be right here. And then as you can see, it added towards my goal, and it added, towards my tip jar. My goal is $550. I currently don't need faster internet at the moment. The only reason I'm doing this is so I can provide you guys with higher quality streams. So if you guys like watching the streams, or if you like the content on YouTube, feel free to donate. Again, not required. Entirely up to you. That's about it, guys. Hopefully you guys learned something in today's video. If you guys liked what you saw, feel free to like and or comment. If you have any questions, don't forget to follow the socials, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, which is going to be the Guitarist562. The most recent video is going to be on the top left, and the bottom left is going to be a video much more catered towards you. I am going to be doing more Genshin Impact videos because I'm trying to step into a new field, so if you guys can, support me in that way. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Stay blessed.